All right, what a weekend! What a weekend! What's going on, everybody? So, quick shout out to Longbox Love Affair and Symphonic Elk. They were at the same con this weekend that I went to, the Awesome Con in Washington, D.C. And I had fun. I bumped into Longbox all 3 days, surprisingly. He was doing his thing. And I was doing my thing, and I didn't have a chance to bump into or see Symphonic Elk. But all in all, I thought it was a good event. I had a 3 day pass. Actually, I had a dealer's pass, so I could kind of get in even before the VIPs, which was which was pretty cool. Kind of behind the scenes and talking to the dealers and stuff. So that was really cool, really nice. Um, I did some things differently that I don't normally do, which I'll share with you in a few minutes. And I actually picked up some stuff. So uh, let's get right to it. So, of course, the first thing I did on Friday was I wanted to dig in the long boxes. And let me see if I can just take this down. And I guess there were like 7 or 8 comic dealers. The rest were like pops and knives and swords and games. And NASA was there, and the Smithsonian, all kinds of booths were there. But I try to just dig in as many dollar boxes or cheap boxes as I can. Saturday was going to be my chill with the comic artists and artist alley and talk to creators and all this. And Sunday was going to be my look at the walls and make deals on some wall books. So I think for the most part I work like that. So Friday, this is what I found on Friday, the first day. This Savage Dragon #1 newsstand. Thought this was pretty cool. I never had this in the PC, so I thought that was really nice. Found this in the dollar bin. Free comic book day, the Umbrella Academy. The first appearance of the Umbrella Academy, so somewhat of a sought after comic to many collectors. Found 2 copies of the Spectacular Spider-Man 107. Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man 107, the first appearance of the Sin Eater. You know what? If I find these cheap, near mint plus condition, I'll grab it. I don't care, man. Put him in the PC. For some reason, I'm digging this character, the Hood. It's a 1 out of 6 miniseries that came a while back, Max Comics, but it's the first appearance of the Hood, and it's an interesting character. I don't know what would happen if they bring him back, if that will spike this comic up. But again, another near mint comic, near mint condition comic that I just want to add to the PC. Now, I thought this was an interesting find. I found this Astro City #1, as well as #2, #3, #4, #5, and #6. I thought this was a pretty cool pickup. I thought I read something in the past where there was a Netflix or a movie or a TV show, and I remember this cover stood out because it's such a weird, funny looking cover. I know it's an Alex Ross cover, but it's just kind of weird looking to me. So, you know what? Ding, ding, ding. When I saw it, I just grabbed it. And don't get confused. There's a volume 2 of this. I almost picked that up by accident. A #1, #2. Volume 2 that came a year after this. But this is the first appearance. Let me see. It's the first appearance. I can't read. The Honor Guard, I believe. The Samaritan, and the first appearance of Astro City. So this is the money book that you want to look for as far as #1. I just grabbed 1 through 6 because I think the series kind of sells well as a whole. Found this in the dollar bin, Batman Beyond Unlimited #18, first appearance of the Batgirl Beyond. So, and supposedly it's the last issue. I believe this is the last issue, so it's hard to find last issue of this miniseries or of this series. So I thought that was a cool find. Found this Darkhawk #5 newsstand. Nothing biggie. I just had 1 through 4, so I thought I'd just add that to the PC. Surprised to still see these in the dollar bins. There's New Avenger #8, Affinity, the first appearance of the Black Order. minus Corvus Clave, which his first appearance was in the Free Comic Book Day, but this is the first appearance of the Black Order, somewhat of a hot book with the movie stuff coming out. And I got another copy of this Web of Spider-Man 97. At one point I had like 10, 11 copies of this. Pretty much sold fast as heck, got rid of them. And I thought I'd just add another one to the PC. Found this X-Men 4, another possibly 9/8 candidate. X-Men 4, first appearance of Omega Red. That's one of those books I'll keep on picking up. X-Men 53, thought this was interesting. Never had this in the PC. First full appearance of Onslaught. X-Men 53. And this was kind of, I never had this many copies, but this Peter Parker 101. This is just one of those classic John Byrne covers. For some reason, these sell well for me. I don't know. This is a newsstand. I don't know if it's just a black and white cover, if it's John Byrne collectors. I don't know what it is, but some collectors are diehard Peter Parker fans when it comes to this cover, that is. So you know what? I saw it for $1. I grabbed it and not looking back. So that was that were dollar fines. And what I was going back to what I was saying earlier, what I did differently at this con is I brought some books to trade, man. I never did that before in my life. Never, never, never. Grabbed some stuff at the house that I wanted to trade. And I had the Spider-Man 797, I believe it is, the design variant. This was an equal 1-for-1 trade. Trade that in for this Century #1. This is a 9/8 candidate. This dealer had like 5 of these copies. I just picked the best one. I figured I'd send this to CGC, see what happens. But that was a 1-for-1 trade. I was glad to make that trade. Something I always wanted. First appearance of Century. And then I had a Black Panther #1, man. I had a Black Panther #1. It was a lower grade copy. I had 3 copies at one time. I'm keeping my 9496 copy, probably grade that one day. So I had like a very fine copy. I don't know, 8.0, VF 8.0, maybe A5 for press. I don't know. And I had the America number 10. I forgot the variant with like her face on it, the face variant. And this other dealer wanted it, so I trade that in, got some credit, and I got the following books. I got this this Amazing Spider-Man 16 king size annual, first appearance of Monica Rambeau, I believe, which is the new Captain Marvel, the origin and first appearance. Got this New Mutants 6 first appearance of Shadowstar. Got this Uncanny X-Men 139. Kitty Pryde joins the X-Men, as well as Wolverine puts on a new costume. And got this pretty cool cover here. What if Silver Surfer possessed the Infinity Gauntlet 49? Thought that was really, really cool cover. And plus it was like a 9/8 candidate. So again, high grade copy. I'll grab it. So that was a pretty cool trade I did. Never, never, never have I done that in my comic book collecting career. So I thought that was fun. So another thing I did or bumped into was I bumped into Mark Rivera. There was a lot. Actually, I bumped into a lot of people, man. J. Scott Campbell, talked to Starlin, Neil Adams was there, Capullo, Snyder. Now I didn't get in line or nothing. I was just doing drive-bys, by their booths, kind of like just talking to them, like, hey, what's up? And for the most part, some of them were talkative, some of them were personable, but man, Richard Rivera really stands out. Felt like I know him. I don't know what it is. He's a very, very nice, personable person. We were just chit-chatting like all 3 days. Really, really nice person. And come to find out, he still has his original, actually let me do this. He still has his original unpublished Stabbity Bunny. And I thought that was odd. I thought, they were all released and sold. So I got number 4. He didn't have number 5. He admittedly said That was 100 print run, and I was like, wow, my chin dropped. That's probably something I probably never will find. But he still had 1 through 4, and he was selling it as a set. So I got number 4. I have number 3 now. Here's number 2, unpublished, from the original Stabbing Bunny, and number 1. And if you remember from my other video, I have the number 1 variant, the picture frame variant. But I thought this was really, really cool. Like, I didn't know this existed. I didn't know that the creator still had a stock of these that he was taking with him to all the cons. I did see this set sell for over $1,000. Yes, $1,000 as a 9/8. And like, I didn't know how that's possible. Like I said, I thought these were all released. But one thing about Richard Rivera, that's his name right here, he takes pride in the care of his comics. And let me explain. He opened up this pack of comic books that were still in bubble wrap, very carefully wrapped. He was explaining to me how he likes to do signatures with like a napkin where his palm is, or he tries to avoid a comic book. Like, this guy really takes care of his comics. And you know, these are high grade, you know, caliber comics. So I'm very happy to own these. The unpublished original Stabbity Bunny is the one to get. Even though the Scout comics are still selling for double cover or triple cover, these are the ones to get. So glad to have these. I also picked up a couple mystery boxes. I had 4 at one time, but I'm not going to open this for some reason. I'm just going to keep it sealed. But they were selling these mystery boxes for like $70 at the J. Scott Campbell booth. I grabbed 4 of them. Got rid of 3 of them. So now I just have 1 I'll probably just keep. But they have like cover A, cover B, cover C, cover D of various covers of covers he's done. So yeah, put that in the PC, see what happens. So yeah, that's all I have. Had fun. Again, shout out to actually, I met a couple YouTubers, but I met more people I knew, like from the neighborhood or from like school or whatever. So I was meeting a lot of people that I knew, like friends and stuff. So really cool event, cool Comic-Con, really really cool. Didn't really get nothing else off the wall, but glad to have these dollar pickups and these comics to add to the PC. So that's all I have. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. And as always, collect what you want to collect, but please take care of those comics. Talk to you later. Bye bye.